Richo, sesame is one of my absolute favourite flavours, and today I'm going to do a sesame chicken stir fry.
Sounds delicious.
It is delicious, and my kids absolutely adore this, Richo. This is a real favourite at my house.
This is a mum-friendly one because it comes together quickly, I'm guessing?
Correct. It comes together quickly. There's a few things that have to be met for it to be a mum-friendly recipe, Richo.
Yeah.
One is that it needs to be ideally one pan, and I'm going to talk about the amazing wok I'm using later, but also plenty of veggies. So it has to be an easy, nutritious meal in one pan.
So hopefully it's going to empty out the fridge of all the veggies that are in there.
Absolutely.
Cook quickly, be really tasty, and the kids will love it.
Absolutely.
Right, gotcha.
Now, I'm going to use my wok today, Richo, and it's got this thermo signal on there. So when it's solid, we know it's ready to use. So the pan or the wok is hot enough.
That's a huge wok.
It is a huge wok, isn't it?
I reckon I could feed my family of 3 teenage boys with that thing.
If Richo could feed his family in this wok, it's definitely big enough. But it is big, and the other reason I love it, Richo, is it's non-stick.
Okay.
So it's really easy to cook in. Nothing gets kind of stuck at the bottom, and it's also really easy to clean. So, Richo, I've put my garlic in, and that's just getting nice and fragrant, and you can use ginger if you want to.
I'm thinking the garlic goes all the way through that oil, so you get that beautiful garlic oil embellishing everything.
You do, and there's not many things I'm putting in this stir fry, but it's super easy. Go for it with the chicken.
The chicken goes straight in. I'll grab that wooden spoon.
So what do you use? What chicken cut do you use for your stir fry?
Well, I could use breast because the breast is quite tender.
Yes.
But the thigh I like because it's got a little bit of chew to it, you know? It holds up really, really well. It wouldn't really matter because chicken is generally tender all the way around, but the thigh's also got a little bit of fat in it as well, which gives you a lot more mouthfeel and makes it even tastier.
Well, I think the thigh is tastier, but also slightly more forgiving.
Ah, gotcha.
In the sense that I can overcook it and it's still fine, so it's good for me.
Okay.
Now, we're going to use a couple of veggies in here, perfect with the broccolini. I tend to use whatever I have got at home, Richo. So I will put carrot, zucchini sticks through mine, silver beet from the garden.
I love these.
Oh, let's have a go. Tell me why you love them, because I'll tell you why I harp on about baby corn to my patients.
Really sweet.
Yes.
Really tender, easy to cook. And, you know, for kiddies, you might say they're like they're little baby corn, so the kiddies will love them.
These are great for kids because they're soft, they're not usually a choke risk. You still want your kids to sit down as they're eating them, but this is a great snack.
And you can also get them fresh as well.
Yes.
Yep, so fresh or tin, they're available all year round.
Absolutely. But what I say to patients is we're trying to aim for the 5 serves of veggies a day, ideally to reduce your risk of chronic disease and cancer. There he goes, glazed over. But it doesn't have to all be through meals. Everyone thinks it has to be through lunch and dinner. Why not a snack? Why not?
Send the kids off with some baby corn in their little sandwich box.
I do. If my daughter's watching, I do that all the time. She loves it and my son loves it too.
I would call that a torture lunch. It's like, just give me a bacon and cheese sandwich.
It's good for you.
And some biscuits.
And it's good for their mental health too, Richo, to eat plenty of rainbows.
Okay.
So, Richo, let's start chucking in the veggies once this is browned over.
Okay.
Beautiful. And go for it.
In they go?
Yes, why not? So we're using green beans today, broccolini, and you can throw the baby corn in as well.
I think there's one missing.
Yeah, there's a few missing. I've seen you sneaking them in. Look at the colours in this though. Now, Richo, I know you might do some fancy stir-fry sauces, but all I add is a little bit of soy sauce.
Nice.
Now, I'm not going to add any salt to my dish, and this is something I do often. I just take the salt from the soy.
Gotcha.
Yep, and it's all about sesame today, so I'm going to do a nice, big, generous glug of sesame oil. Quite a strong flavour, so not too much.
Gotcha.
And then a tiny bit of honey.
Ooh.
Yes, just for a little bit of sweetness.
So I love the sweetness with it. And I suppose a little bit of sweetness works with kids because they will like those sort of flavours.
Yes.
And it helps with the umami, that strength of the salt and the soy sauce. A little bit of sweetness in there makes it really nice.
It does. So, Richo, this just needs to soften off for a couple of minutes and then we can bring this together with some rice.
I can't wait.
Richo, that is done. Look at how beautiful it looks in the pan.
It looks great. Lots of chicken there, lots of green vegetables there. Fantastic.
So if you can chuck some rice in. Now, Richo, I deliberately leave the green beans and the broccolini long because when kids are eating it, it's easy for them to pick up with their hands and enjoy. So I intentionally do these things. You could make it look far fancier if you so desire.
I like it like that.
Thank you. Perfect.
So your kids can learn how to use a knife and fork and cut vegetables.
Correct. There you go. Or they might use chopsticks.
Can I tell you when they become teenagers, they revert back to when they were toddlers and they picked everything up with their hands?
Do they? Perfect. Because they're so hungry, they can't wait.
Oh, it's more just bad attitude.
Bad attitude. I've met your kids. They're actually lovely. I think you ham them up. Beautiful. So it's all about sesame. So some beautiful toasted sesame seeds go on top.
Loving that.
And I just sneak this in here. Now, because it's adults eating it, I think we can put some chili flakes on there. I know that Richo pretends he can handle the heat. Just a little bit. Beautiful. Look at that.
There we go. That's the piece you're having. I'll make sure I'll just load that up with chili there. That's for you. You can have that one.
A proper stitch up. Let's have a taste of this and you can tell me what you think. Very simple, very easy to whip up.
All right.
He's deliberately gone for no chili.
The chicken's beautiful, nicely cooked. I'm glad you used the thigh because it's got that texture to it that I like, stays nice and moist when you cook it. And because we cut it so small, it cooks really quickly and easily. And that's what people want to be safe, isn't it?
Absolutely. So you've seen how easy this is to put together and you can use whatever veggies you've got in the fridge at home. I reckon it's worth a go.
I reckon it is too.